Hey guys, Billy Jenkins here with Silver Creek Doodles. We have a box here that we are going to open with you, which I did already open it and charge what is in it so we could use it for the video today. But it is a cordless pet grooming vacuum. So do you remember that video that I did of Dave when I groomed him? It's actually one of my most viral videos on here. I'll go ahead and link that above, but don't click on it just yet. I'll also have it at the end of this video because I want you to watch this one. So it was a grooming kit where I groomed David, right? So we had everything, the clippers and the vacuum and all of that, and groomed him on camera. Well, this is the same company, but this is one that is cordless. So, you know, what options are there? And I love to try them out. So let's go ahead and get this thing out. We'll unbox it really quick, show you what all it has. I went ahead and charged the clippers and the base piece that's gonna be the vacuum part. So I'm very excited. We did go ahead and bathe and blow dry Dave, and we did a review on that, so that video will pop up too. But again, don't click on it because it'll be at the end because we don't want you to miss out on this video. So let's go ahead and get unboxing this and then we'll get started. Alright, so it's kind of the same as last time. So we've got some different brushes and stuff that will connect to the tube in here that will be connected to the vacuum. And then we've also got like the Furminator, you know, part. So that's for mainly short hair dogs or dogs that have that undercoat. We also have an actual just vacuum part. So if you need to use it just for a vacuum on your couch or cleanup, that is there. And then we've got our clippers. So this is what also connects, and this is what is going to cut the hair to Dave. And then of course we have our tops and stuff. We have the guards. So let's go ahead and get this opened and see. All right, so if you press down on the button that says press, this will come off. So this is what you'll have to dump to. And then we've got this little spot here that will open up the top. So they send us with an extra one of these. So one is already in here. There's an extra filter. So that is cool. And then here, all right, let's see which end connects. I would guess this one. So the one that's kind of like a twisty, I would think goes in here. Yep, so it just twists right in. Go ahead and put this back on. And is it not just so cute too? All right, so I did go ahead and charge it up to 100%, both the clippers and this. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this put on as well. And that went on super, super easy. Now, how short are we gonna wanna do his hair? So I like to do his body pretty short. I mean, right now he's not too long, but he does shed. So I like to do him on the shorter side. Less maintenance, less hair, and I like him to look prim and proper. All right, so maybe the 9. We'll try it. We'll try these shorter ones and see which one looks the best, and then just go from there. But it is just hair, so I'm not worried if we do it too short because it'll grow back. It'll grow back. All right, and then they also send a wonderful bag to put all of this in. So that is really cool as well. So let's go ahead and get this set up. We are actually gonna use this table and do it right here like we did last time. And let's cross our fingers to hope that we loved it as much as we loved the last one. All right, so we got Mr. Handsome here that likes to be carried most of the time. He knows, though, what's going on. So when you are grooming a dog, like I've said before, you need to bathe and blow dry with a good blow dryer right before. So it's really hard to do dirty hair, and it's really hard on your clippers if the hair's dirty. Plus, it's really hard if not fully dry, and if there's knots in the hair. So he has been bathed, blow dried, and he doesn't have any knots. So we are gonna get started. What do you think, baby boy? I think I'm gonna move the camera up just a little so we don't miss out on your pretty face. Let me put this up a little, stay. All right, how's that? I think that's better, but oh my goodness. So, this comes with shaving the pads and trimming the body hair. So it doesn't come with scissors. So if it is something, if you're doing your grooming, you will have to get scissors and stuff like that. So we are just trimming the body now, and I'm gonna have to use something else to do his face and his feet and his nails and stuff like that. Are you ready? I love this boy. All right, so here is our clippers. They are connected. Let me look. I still think that's probably pretty long. I'm gonna do the shorter ones. Not the shortest, but this is gonna be the 6mm that I'm gonna do on him. And pretty easy, and that still might be too long. But let's take a peek. Let's go ahead and start. And like I said, his body's not too long, but I like him short. All right, you ready? I know, scoot you around. All right, can you see the machine? So we are going to turn it. Turn it on. And it's not that loud. And now we need to turn this on. All right, let's check it out. But I can definitely feel, you know, it sucking through there. So, can you see that? Hair is definitely getting in there. My goodness gracious. I think it's doing a real good job. And I do think this is probably the length that I normally do on mine. But let's go ahead and not talk. So let's go ahead and we're going to do it, and we're just going to fast forward so you can watch. All right, so it stopped and it says E3. All right, can you sit for mom? All right, stay right here, okay? Maybe because it's full. I don't know if there's a safety turn off, but what I'm gonna do is go dump it. So first I'm gonna turn it all the way off. And then, I mean, it's definitely pretty full because stuff's coming out of the bottom. But let's go ahead and say, does he not look as handsome as ever? Yeah. All right, so I see my battery's flashing. I'm gonna change my battery, go dump this, and we will be back to finish this other side. All right, so new battery and the camera. We went ahead and dumped the container. And we're a little over halfway done. Are you ready? He is the best boy. So I think that's what that error code was. Well, let's go ahead and turn it back on and see. Yep, and it says that we still have 75%. So that's pretty darn good. All right, time to finish. We'll fast forward. All right, and I've already trimmed his pads last week just because I like to do nails and like pads when I do baths. So I do want to show you though how to use this with the guard off for the pads. And you'll just turn it on and just don't press too hard, but go along where the hair is. You don't have to get deep down in there because there is a chance that that sensitive skin, it could just like bite it a little bit. It shouldn't cut it bad if it ever does, but it's just that skin is so sensitive between the toes. All right, so I think that is it with this shaving. It's on 35%. I had to dump it once. It's about 3/4 full now. What do you think? Should I go get the scissors and trim you up? All right, so I'm not gonna video trimming him, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back on here once there's hair everywhere because this is what we're gonna have to vacuum the hair up with. And then we'll show the finished product. I love this boy. All right, we'll be right back. All right, so we have trimmed his head and his feet. And now we need to get it cleaned up. So I don't know if you can see all these little hairs that from me trimming like the back of his head and stuff like that. So first, before I get down to his feet, I'm gonna take the brush and mainly just to be sucking the hair off. He doesn't have much hair to brush right now, but I definitely want to try to get all this off so he doesn't get it on my furniture. So let's go ahead and turn it on and do that. All right, and if you didn't want to use the brush, you could have done it like this. All right, and then I am gonna clean up my tools afterwards, but this is what I'm gonna use to vacuum. All this hair. And then, how about it? There's some spots on the ground, so I'm gonna go carry this over there. That was pretty cool. All right, so I thought that was very, very good. So I'm gonna have to go back and watch my last video to see if I enjoyed it as much as I did this one, because it was awesome. So I'm thinking that it was more quiet than the last one, but let me see again. So there is, it's on 20%. So think, to do one dog, pretty good for 20% still left. I mean, obviously we're gonna charge it and all of that, so you couldn't do multiple dogs in one day unless they were small dogs. But, you know, for it to be cordless at least. Did you like it? He doesn't mind being groomed, but he doesn't love it. So, guys, I recommend this 100% if you are interested in taking a grooming kit somewhere with you, if you want to keep it charged and the power goes out, or there's all kinds of stuff that you might need for something that's cordless. I know I'm very excited to use this for the puppies because it's a lot more quiet, than my initial setup, because I hook all my stuff up to a shop vacuum, so my actual grooming stuff. So I'm just very excited that this company entrusted me to do this video for their products. I love them. I know there's more stuff I already reached out and asked them if I could do a review on that they had, and they said, let's get this done first. So I am excited. This company is awesome. Their products are great. And I think Dave is a mighty handsome fella. What do you think, baby? All right, guys, he doesn't look perfect with his grooming, but hey, if we do it ourselves, we can't complain. But he is very handsome. And he is a good boy. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. Watch our last video of the last one, but I will say this is an upgrade for the fact of being able to have it on hand and stuff. I think that the accessibility of being able to be cordless is just amazing. So great products. Let us know if you have any questions. In the description will be the link to this product. There also will be a code. Oh, and if I didn't say, the company did send this to me at no cost to do a review on. So don't think though that that's gonna have my opinion of this any different, because I've done videos before on products where I've not said the greatest things. So, or just honest, honest opinions if I think it's worth your money. All right, guys, we'll see you next time. Bye.